never seen anything. If he was injured, he had a patella injury or he had a shoulder, it almost come off the bone like a Drew Brees, I can say, you know what, Stephen A., that injury is really taking its toll on him, and he's not the same.
When you have a guaranteed contract, it's expected that you step up, but Deshaun Watson isn't doing that, and has led to controversial statements from a lot of sports broadcasters, and a lot of them were justified. But the one from Terry Bradshaw has got all the attention, and that's because he stated that Watson should be put down. Welcome to American Baller, where we focus on all things NFL. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell for future videos. For those who don't know, Terry Bradshaw is the legendary former quarterback and Hall of Famer. He's not one to back down from making shocking statements, but this might just take the cake, as he clearly said on TV, "Put Deshaun Watson down." The remark, made during a broadcast segment, stirred strong reactions across the NFL community and beyond, raising questions about the current state of Deshaun Watson's career, his ongoing struggles, and how the league treats players facing adversity. Now let's do a deep dive into Deshaun Watson's season so far, and the comment from Terry Bradshaw and other commentaries, as it seems his play is getting from bad to worse. Understanding Bradshaw's commentary. Terry Bradshaw is known for his no-nonsense, candid style of commentary. As a player, he was the leader of the Pittsburgh Steelers during their heyday in the 1970s, winning 4 Super Bowl titles and becoming one of the most respected figures in the game. Since transitioning to a role as a sports commentator, Bradshaw has remained unfiltered, often offering opinions that stir debate. His comment about Deshaun Watson was no different, and it left many fans and analysts dissecting what he meant by "put him down." In context, Bradshaw's comment seemed to reflect his frustration with Watson's performance this season. Watson, who once seemed destined for greatness with the Houston Texans, has struggled to find his footing since joining the Cleveland Browns. His performances have been inconsistent, marred by injuries, off-field controversies, and subpar play. What was once a career filled with promise is now clouded by doubt, leading to criticisms from both fans and analysts. Bradshaw's statement may be rooted in a broader concern for the Browns and their management. The team has invested heavily in Watson, both financially and in terms of draft capital. They signed him to a massive 5-year, $230 million contract, fully guaranteed, after acquiring him in a blockbuster trade. Given this investment, the Browns have little choice but to stick with Watson and hope he returns to the Pro Bowl level of play he once exhibited. But patience wears thin in the NFL, and after seeing Watson struggle on the field, Bradshaw's comment could be a reflection of his belief that Watson's time in the spotlight might be up. Stephen A. Smith also got in on the act, as he had a harsh take on Deshaun Watson after his underwhelming performance in the Cleveland Browns' loss to the Washington Commanders. Watson, who completed only 28 passes for 125 yards and a touchdown, left fans and pundits frustrated, and Smith didn't hold back on his ESPN show First Take. Smith expressed his disappointment, stating that he had long supported Watson but feels let down by his recent performances. He compared Watson's current play to his time with the Houston Texans, where he was once seen as one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Now Smith feels Watson's game has declined significantly since leaving Houston, saying, "We haven't seen that same quarterback since." Smith and co-host Elle Duncan also criticized Watson's recent remarks about being a throwing quarterback, highlighting the disconnect between his confidence and his poor on-field performance. They pointed out his arrogance in the face of mounting criticism, especially considering his struggles both on and off the field. Deshaun Watson's rocky road. To fully understand the weight of Bradshaw's comment, it's essential to look at Deshaun Watson's journey over the past few years. After entering the NFL as a first-round draft pick in 2017, Watson quickly became one of the league's brightest young stars. In his first few seasons with the Texans, Watson was known for his remarkable athleticism, quick decision-making, and ability to make plays under pressure. His leadership qualities were often praised, and many thought he would become the face of the franchise for years to come. However, Watson's career took a dramatic turn in early 2021. Allegations of sexual misconduct were brought against him by more than 20 women, leading to a prolonged legal battle and a suspension by the NFL. The accusations, which Watson denied, kept him sidelined for the entirety of the 2021 season and beyond, with his legal issues casting a long shadow over his career. In 2022, the Cleveland Browns made a controversial decision to acquire Watson despite his ongoing legal issues issues. The move was seen by many as a gamble. Cleveland was desperate to find a franchise quarterback who could lead them to success, and they were willing to take a risk on Watson's immense talent. The fully guaranteed contract raised eyebrows, especially considering Watson's uncertain future at the time. Since then, Watson's performance on the field has not justified the Browns' investment. He struggled with injuries, most recently a shoulder issue that sidelined him during key games. His play has been inconsistent, with flashes of brilliance overshadowed by moments of poor decision-making and hesitation. For a player once viewed as a top 5 quarterback in the league, Watson's fall from grace has been stark. The pressure on Watson. Terry Bradshaw's comment reflects the mounting pressure on Deshaun Watson. The NFL is a results-driven league, and patience is often in short supply. Players who fail to perform, especially those with high-profile contracts, face immense scrutiny. Watson's current struggles, coupled with his off-field controversies, have made him a polarizing figure. Some fans still believe he has the potential to return to his previous form, while others think his best days are behind him. In Cleveland, the stakes are high. The Browns have been one of the NFL's most historically unsuccessful franchises, but they have a talented roster capable of competing in the playoffs. With star players like Nick Chubb, Myles Garrett, and Amari Cooper, the team is built to win now. However, without consistent play from the quarterback position, the Browns' Super Bowl aspirations may never be realized. For Watson, the weight of expectation is immense. He knows that the franchise is relying on him to deliver, but his recent performances have raised doubts about whether he can live up to those expectations. Injuries have also been a factor, and Watson himself admitted to feeling frustrated by his inability to stay healthy. In the fast-paced world of professional football, a player's ability to bounce back from adversity is often the difference between success and failure. The broader implications. Bradshaw's comment has sparked broader discussions about how the NFL handles players in decline. In the past, the league has been criticized for its treatment of players who struggle after facing personal or professional challenges. Whether it's mental health, injuries, or off-field issues, the NFL is often viewed as a league that moves on quickly from players who no longer meet expectations. Watson's situation is unique, as his struggles are both on and off the field. His legal issues have caused significant damage to his reputation, and it's clear that some fans and commentators, like Bradshaw, have little sympathy for his plight. Others, however, argue that Watson deserves more time to prove himself and that his performance struggles are part of the natural ups and downs of a long career. Deshaun Watson's journey from being one of the NFL's most promising young quarterbacks to a figure mired in controversy has been nothing short of dramatic. During his time with the Houston Texans, Watson was a star. He led the league in passing yards in 2020 and seemed destined for a long, successful career. Then, things took a sharp turn. In early 2021, over 20 women accused Watson of sexual misconduct during massage sessions. The legal battles were drawn out and Watson denied the allegations, but the fallout was swift. The Texans benched him for the 2021 season and his reputation took a major hit. Despite the cloud hanging over him, the Cleveland Browns decided to trade for Watson, signing him to a fully guaranteed $230 million contract, sparking intense debate. Since joining the Browns, Watson's performance has been far from what was expected. This season has been particularly rough. He's missed games due to injury, including a nagging shoulder issue, and his stats are at a career low. So far in 2024, Watson's thrown for just 678 yards with 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. His completion rate is hovering around 57%, which isn't what you expect from a quarterback earning top-tier money. Fans and analysts are starting to wonder, is Watson worth the investment? His struggles on the field, coupled with the baggage from his off-field issues, make him a polarizing figure. As he tries to get healthy and find his groove, the pressure is mounting in Cleveland. Watson's redemption arc seems more elusive with each passing game, leaving the Browns and their fans questioning the future. To put things in better context, let's analyze his contract. Deshaun Watson's $230 million fully guaranteed contract with the Cleveland Browns raised eyebrows when it was signed in 2022, and it's been a hot topic ever since, especially with his recent struggles on the field. The contract, the richest fully guaranteed deal in NFL history, was structured to show the Browns' long-term commitment to Watson, despite his off-field controversies. The team hoped that Watson would regain his elite form from his Houston Texan days, but so far it hasn't panned out as expected. This deal is particularly significant because NFL contracts are typically not fully guaranteed, unlike those in the NBA or MLB. The Browns took a massive gamble by guaranteeing the entirety of Watson's deal, even amid legal battles and his 11-game suspension in 2022. Fast forward to now, Watson's inconsistent play has left many questioning if Cleveland made the right choice. The guaranteed nature of the contract means the Browns are tied to Watson even if his performance doesn't improve. This puts them in a tough spot as releasing him would still cost them a significant amount of money in cap space. It's a risky all-in bet that so far isn't paying off. There's more. He's actually on course to break 2 terrible NFL records as he has already been taken down 26 times in just 5 games this season. That's a staggering number, and if he keeps getting sacked at this pace, he's on track to be brought down 88 times by the end of the season. To put that into perspective, it would shatter the current single-season record of 76 sacks set by David Carr way back in 2002. And it doesn't stop there. Watson could also be in line to break the NFL record for the most yards lost due to sacks, adding another unfortunate milestone to his already rough season. The offensive line is clearly struggling, and it's not looking great for Watson as the hits keep piling up. What's next for Watson? As the 2024 season progresses, all eyes will be on Deshaun Watson. Can he overcome his recent struggles and return to the Pro Bowl level of play? Or will the weight of expectations, injuries, and off-field issues prove too much to handle? Terry Bradshaw's comment, while blunt, captures a sentiment shared by many who are watching Watson's career with interest. For the Browns, the future is equally uncertain. If Watson continues to underperform, the team may have to reevaluate its quarterback position, a difficult prospect given the financial commitment they've made. For now, Watson remains the Browns' quarterback, but the pressure is mounting. Terry Bradshaw's call to put Deshaun Watson down is more than just a throwaway comment. It's a reflection of the challenges Watson faces as he tries to rebuild his career. Whether he can rise above adversity or whether his best days are behind him remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the NFL world will be watching closely. That's all we have for you guys today, and be sure to hit the subscribe and notification button because we have more insightful clips on the NFL coming this season and beyond.